Hi, welcome back to Classic Guitar Rock. I'm Jeremy, and it's been like over a week since I posted anything. This quarantine stuff, I work at home. I've worked from home for the last several years, so it hasn't really changed my world too much, except the kids are out of school and I'm having to sequester down in the basement to get everything done. But it really hasn't changed a whole lot. Hopefully, things are going well where you are and you're making it through this COVID-19 crap. All right. I want to talk today about one of my favorite little lost gems that not enough people know about, and that is the great Ronnie Montrose band Gamma. Now, Gamma had a few albums. They're really the albums you need to be aware of and need to listen to are the first three Gamma albums. The first one, Gamma, came out in 1979. Gamma 2 came out in 80, and then Gamma 3 came out in 82. And then there was actually a Gamma 4, which came out much later in 2000. But to be honest, it's not very good. So I'm not really going to talk about that. But I wanted to talk just a little bit about the history of Gamma and why I think they're an important band, way more important than they got credit for. Ronnie Montrose, in my mind, is one of the really underrated guitar players. He was really ahead of his time. I talked about this a little in the Montrose albums you should own piece here a few weeks ago, so check that out. But Ronnie Montrose was really a real inspiration for a lot of guitar players. He was an innovator on the instrument and just a really great player. Well, he left, or Montrose kind of dissolved, I think around 1977. And then in 79, he got together with a group that was Davy Pattison. And let's see, I had to write these down. I don't remember all the names. Alan Fitzgerald. Now, you'll recognize Alan Fitzgerald. He was actually the keyboard player in Night Ranger. He was the guy with the ball cap and the glasses and the beard. Kind of, you never really saw what he looked like because he was always with the glasses and the beard and the ball cap. But throughout the 80s in Night Ranger, you saw him. He was the bass player in on the first Gamma album, and also he was in Montrose as a bass player for a couple albums. So Alan Fitzgerald is there as the bass player, and the drummer is Skip Gillette. And let me talk about Davy Pattison for a minute. Davy Pattison is phenomenal, and I don't know where this guy was throughout the 70s and 80s, but he didn't really come onto the scene until Gamma, national scene, right? But he's a great vocalist, kind of in the Paul Rogers, Phil Mogg, kind of a bluesy style, but just really good. He was later in the 80s with Robin Trower and has done a lot with Robin Trower, but just a really good singer and I love his singing. He works perfect in the context of Gamma. But the first album, really strong. And here's what sets Gamma apart, I think, for the time period, is they were very much embracing synthesizers and keyboards. And I can remember and Boston was the worst about this. Tom Schultz would make it a rallying cry that they didn't use any synthesizers. He thought it was a shame to use synthesizers. We use all analog, blah, blah, whatever. It was stupid, right? But Gamma was not that way. Gamma completely embraced the electronic sounds that were available at the time, late 70s, right? So you hear these early keyboard sounds. Ronnie's using a lot of delay on his guitar, kind of in the vein of David Gilmour on Run Like Hell, right? It's not the full blown Edge and U2 sound, but a lot of delay and using that delay in his sound. So it's just a great combination. You got the bluesy rock vocals and the great guitar playing with the synthesizer stuff going on, and I think it works well. It's a little dated at times when you listen to it. For example, the song Thunder and Lightning has kind of a cheesy electronic thunder and lightning, where it kind of a vocoder type thing, which was kind of dumb. Listening back, it sounds kind of silly, but overall, it's a really good album. Gamma 2 lineup changed just a bit. Alan Fitzgerald left, and they brought in on bass Glenn Lech and also Denny Carmassi, who was the drummer in Montrose. So they brought back Denny. You'll recognize Denny's name. He played for Heart for a number of years. He was in Foreigner, the touring version of Foreigner for quite a long time. So he's got quite a pedigree, but they brought him in for Gamma 2 and Gamma 3. 2 and 3, solid albums. In fact, I think Gamma 2 is probably my favorite. Got a great album cover. And in my mind, I just like it. The song Voyager, which is one of my favorite all-time songs, is on that album. Just great singing. It's kind of a slow, it's almost like a blues song, but spacier. The guitar work is awesome. Check it out. You can find videos of it. In fact, there's a video out there of Ronnie Montrose from right before he died. He died in 2012. So this is probably 2010, 2011. It's a video of him. It's like a little 15-minute video of him playing 3 songs. The guy he's got singing for him looks just like Nicolas Cage, and the drummer looks just like William Shatner. But it rocks, and the guy singing is great. But check that out. It's just kind of fun to watch. You can also find a concert from 1979, Gamma playing live. There's a few things out on YouTube that you can find. So go check those out. Gamma 1, Gamma 2, Gamma 3. They're great albums. Everyone should own them. Gamma 3 is a little heavier on the synthesizer side. Not bad. I mean, it's still a great album, but it's getting more into the keyboards there. But that's what makes it cool, right? You got the hard rock guitars, and it's blended with a lot of keyboards. And at that time, there weren't a whole lot of bands doing that. The Cars, maybe, but they are completely different style. But in a straight ahead blues rock format, I can't think of another band that was doing what they were doing with the keyboards and stuff. But I could go on and on about Gamma. Let me just say this: check them out. You can go to Spotify or anywhere and stream these albums, or go buy them if you can find them. Gamma 1 from '79, Gamma 2 from '80, and Gamma 3 from 1982. 3 great albums that I promise you will enjoy. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.